So I was born in '88. Um, I listened to a lot of music that was older than me, and it took me into my teens. Probably when I was around about 12, I came across Skitsmix. So I ended up really invested in Skitsmix as like the song that kind of hit me when I was a kid. As like my first like real taste in music was techno. Um, but obviously, like, yeah, Linkin Park's kind of the shit. I got a few of those in here. I got all sorts of stuff in here, actually. I've got really old stuff. I've got stuff in other languages, all sorts. You know? Nightwolf's tail's going off at the moment. He must be having a good dream. Sort of don't know if I want this to go up like that. Sort of works. It sort of doesn't. I know. This is a good thing about the computer. I can fucking fix that up easily later. Linkin Park emotional damage. I actually have this playing to Mew Mew Power, like the Cat Girl anime. So I know. Look, it gets dramatic, all right? Eh. I think at the moment I'm only doing art streams about once a month. I was trying to let YouTube furiously catch up to where I was at because I hadn't posted any over there at all. You want a raccoon anime girl? You're gonna have to send me some like references. Bless, or of us, I'm not really sure because like I could do anything up to like the other thing too is I haven't even considered doing like fucking commissions and shit. Fucking hell, I moved my foot. Oh, that is actually swollen. Whatever, I'll deal with it later. I can feel it from here. My foot just like spongied back from the wall and it's going numb. It's fine. It's probably fucking broken. Like I said, I'll figure it out tomorrow. It's too late to figure it out. You want a thick raccoon? See, the thing is, like, I do cat girls and stuff, right? So I do like anthro stuff. I don't do anything like, I can't do any like when it goes on to like furry features and stuff like that. But I can do like human girls with like animal features. What do you call it? Like animal ears and tails and stuff like that very easily. It's kind of what I do. I was actually looking through my shit the other day and I'm like, do I actually have any other kind of animals beyond like cat girls? And I'm like, I did. I actually had like a whole slew of other animals in there. I reckon girl would be a lot less weird than battleship anime girls actually exist. I have to agree with that actually. The battleship girls anime stuff, I don't quite get. Like they get around with these little tiny like versions of their true selves on their head and stuff, and I find it very confusing because I'm like, I don't understand what this anime is. um, what is it? You're quitting your job and going home right now. Is that your reaction to him with the battleship girls? That's pretty funny. Funny thing is, I used to actually listen to this one, Daydream, when I was playing things like World of Warcraft and Terror Online and stuff like that. So it always gets really nostalgic for me when I remember like just running through like random fields doing MMO stuff. Don't need to understand things for you to watch it. Look, I've watched a lot of things that I don't fucking understand. And I just sit there like continuing to watch because I'm like, my brain's just like, I don't get it, but I'm here now. especially since like I have a really bad thing for commitment to watching a series through. Like for reference, the fucking Twilight series, right? You know, the sparkly vampires and shit. So I'm not into that stuff, but I went and saw it with my parents way back in the day. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's probably some kind of like action romantic drama or something like that. And I saw it. I'm like, this is terrible. And then I'm like, okay, great. At least it was only one. I'll never have to sit through that again. And then I found out there was like fucking 7 or some shit. And I'm like, great. Now I have to sit there and watch the rest of them because when I start something, I finish it. So that was really frustrating. That's it. I believe the Tank Anime Girls as well. There's a Tank Anime Girl as well. I believe there is too. I've seen a calendar for what do you call it? They're like little battleship tank anime girls or something like that. And there's also like sea vessel type things and all sorts of stuff. Was it? Bless? You're telling Shadow, stop, you can only handle so much. What is it good to know about the other anime or is it bad? Oh, I wish I'd picked a fucking line here. This doesn't make it easier. Oh. You know, the funny thing is, I realized the other day that when you refer to trash and stuff like that, I think of Bob's Burger with is it King Baby Trash Mouth or something? The raccoons that they've got. I was wondering if you knew that there were raccoons in Bob's Burgers, since you know, if you like the voice of Bender, he's also the voice of Bob and Archer, Lord of Garbage. Love you, bless. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I was gonna take a photo of the fucking lemon drink that I made earlier, but it ended up actually being sweet instead of lemony. I ended up trying to steep some lemons in some warm water while I slept with the hope that, you know, I could have them later. It made it a lot more intense and then sweet. It's horrifying. I still don't like that foot, but I'll fucking fix it up later. Most of her legs are there. Got socks and shit to go. The voice actor is goat. For what though? They don't have fun. The voice actor for what? I'm curious now. See, that's a fucking decent line. Holy crap. It only took, how long have I been streaming for? An hour. There we go. At least a half an hour of starting to fucking relax. Ah, yeah, for Bob and Archer. That makes sense. I forget what I said sometimes. I like Bob as like the character and stuff. Like, also, did you know that the same voice actor is in Disenchanted or Disenchantment or whatever the fuck it is? He's the king. Yeah, well, I think she's like mostly there. I got her legs. If I turn off whatever the background is, yeah, she's got her legs. Some of her hair. Missing some details up here. Something is wrong with that. The fuck is wrong up here? That looks too thin. Is that on this? That's the hairline. I might honestly put a couple more lines of hair on this. I believe I stopped. Fucking hell, come back here. I believe I stopped last time because I got really tired. If and when I stop tonight, I say if and when because I don't know when that will be. It could be 1, it could be 2, it could be fucking midnight if this foot fucking hurts. Actually, that was half a good fucking line there. I lost half of it. I sort of want something that's kind of solid like that. No. Oh, I keep seeing my friend load into a game, and I'm like, I should really actually invite him to the fucking Discord server. I don't think I've done that yet. Oh, that was actually good. Hold up. Where the fuck's my back key? Doesn't quite work, but it's not that far off that I can't use it. I could probably use that later. Fine, that can stay. I don't want all these lines. I just want some reference where some stuff is. Because these extra lines and stuff will be probably too much later. So how do you have a canvas size set up? I think drawing MS Paint style can work so nice to here. Okay, so this program is called Gimp. It's a free program that you can get off the internet. You can donate to it if you enjoy using it, whatever, which I recommend for anybody that does enjoy using it, because they basically try to provide a Photoshop replica program with all the features and stuff like that. And there's heaps of stuff you can add in, whatever, that I haven't because I'm only learning the program and I'm basic like that. Um, yeah, I know when like my partner used to do some drawing and stuff too. So when he first told me about it, I'm like, nah, I don't want that shit on my computer because of the name. And like for sure it's a joke what he was telling me about. And then I got it and I'm like, oh, that's a real thing. They've got this like weird dog looking like little logo thing as well, which just I don't know, adds to the weirdness, I guess. But yeah, it's actually a pretty good program. I don't have the canvas set up anything special. This is fucking hell. Come back here. I'm back. So I literally just have it set up, as you can see, as the page of the book that I scanned in way back in like 2011. So I have like a whole heap of what you call it, uh, drawings and stuff from way back then that I've scanned in, but I never got to do anything with because when I got injured, I couldn't sit down for very long. So to sit down and draw and stuff, this is why I got rid of all my drawing equipment because for at least 5-6 years, I wasn't able to do anything. And it's been a lot longer than that now. Been like well and truly longer than that. Well, the name can kind of imply a fetish of short sorts. So that's where the lol kind of comes into it. But it's actually they actually do say somewhere on the program what the fuck that actually is supposed to mean. So I think it says it when you open up the program. It sort of says what it's supposed to be. I don't mind Kim Wilde's ego song, but she's got better shit in here. I have that one. Yeah, that'll be fine. Look, eventually I'll get to Chaos at the airport, then I'll be happy. I just don't want to have to manually pick it. Look, that'd be fine to give me some like lines where the hair is. Turn off safe search for Google image. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is if you don't have safe search on, it's not something to look up. Okay, that gives me like an outline of roughly where her hair is coming back from. Whatever is going on with this one, this line just looks thin to me. It might be, but I don't know. Maybe I can thicken that up. The other thing I like too is you can select lines and shit in this. So if I want to, I can select the entire outline, which is really nice. I didn't have that kind of shit in the past. Let's see if I can just take this one. Yeah. Like that. Be a new layer. I don't want it to be on the previous one. Just hit me up a new layer. Yeah. That should double it a little bit if I just go... Where's my thing? Is it? Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly why I said it's a shame of its name. Should be thick enough now. If I could just get it off the other line behind it, I should be able to just collapse that. Hold up. The other thing too that I do like is the fact that you can like just fucking collapse shit. Where is it? Merge visible layers. Yes, please. That one can go. That can actually go. Where the fuck's my delete there? Yeah, no, I don't tend to. I'm not the kind of person that like sketches out shapes. That's why sometimes shit doesn't look quite right. But I don't really care. Um, it's mostly right. And the more I drew, the more fluid stuff started like actually working out. This line though has all the hair on it and have the earring on it. I know it's super hard to see, guys, but it'll be right. I roughly know what I'm looking at. That's why I want this on a different layer because it will end up like combining with the ear. Yeah, I don't want that there. Let's take you down to 1 so I can get about there. Sweet. I'll give it a line. All right. The only other thing I haven't done is like made connecting dots for her necklace. This is the only thing I couldn't put on me. Was my necklace because of I changed to a black shirt. In all my previous versions of myself, I had a yellow shirt. And so when I wore a necklace and stuff, it was visible. But when I changed over to a black shirt, it didn't quite work. So that kind of sucked. Okay, I think I've got, for the most part, all the lines, except for inside her eyes. I don't have the star. It's a little bit wobbly, but that's fine. I can work with that. Okay, I need the star, which isn't exactly a star, but it's fine. I can work with that. It's got to go around boobs, so, you know. And we get zoom in on my boobs anyway, so that's fine. Probably we want it to be coming over this way like that somewhere. Shit, that's kind of okay. Be more like that, I imagine. The only thing with my star is I had to like go with a standard sort of star shape. Kind of pulls it that way though, doesn't it? Ain't gonna be quite right. Alright, well, whatever. I want to look at this and then see what I think. Because usually if you try to like get a shape to go around boobs, it doesn't quite work. So then you have to like make the call. Do you just like, do you just keep it as a shape regardless? See, essentially that's the kind of shape it ends up being if you try to make a star that like goes across boobs. Yeah, I think I'll just go with the shitty star she's got. Right. I mind the top bit though, I'll leave that. Actually, I didn't mind that going out that way. This stuff can stay though. That is on 3. God damn. I'll do it. This is the only thing I've kind of learnt later in life is that you don't have to be perfect with what you draw. Also, thank you about the eyes and stuff. At least here it's like super zoomed in and stuff. Like I do want to change where I put like the light and stuff on my current eyes. But like, yeah, there's always like, this would be like light blue here. This would be darker blue on the outer bit. Light shine and stuff. Pupil, darkness. Yeah. I know somebody mentioned that they had problems with hands and stuff, and I don't have too much trouble. Like they're not quite like perfect hands or anything like that, but I don't have as much trouble as most people because I've got very small, fine hands. So when I draw, it ends up being kinda anime-ish anyway. A little better. I could fix up this bottom one. It would probably look alright. Yeah, I think that's how it'll go. It ain't gonna be perfect, but whatever. The funny thing is, when it comes down to actually drawing, I am actually a perfectionist. So saying don't mind and just going ahead and just doing something else. Let's. Um, nah, that's all right. That one just babbles on for a bit. That song. Yeah, no, I took a long time to kind of get used to the fact that a drawing doesn't actually have to go perfectly for it to be good, which was a very strange concept because I could never understand how people could just be comfortable not having their shit just exactly how they drew it or perfect or whatever. I know I'm going to get rid of the lines on this side. I think I could fix up that and it would do better. That's not too far off. It could do with being more over. Like there somewhere. Yeah, something like that. Maybe not as far out, but it'll do fine. What was that? Put a line in the middle of the boobs and two perpendicular to shaping boob curvature help with a scaffold fold. Nah, sometimes. See, the problem is like I at least know from like real world stuff when you have a shirt, if it's not stretch fit to pull in to the boobs and stuff like that, stuff ends up stretching across stuff. Um, so generally speaking, like most shirts actually just like will pull and distort an image. Um, unless you get something that's like specially designed that way. I also don't use a lot of like special lining and stuff like that to help me. A lot of the stuff is just like drawn from rough, which is also why like my style doesn't exactly, it's not really that easy to mimic. It is mimicable, but it's the way I do it makes it hard for somebody to have like the inconsistencies that I do. I don't know. Like, you know how earlier I had a couple of lines up here? I never use them. But I put them on just to kind of see because I want to realign a little bit of her face just to see if I can make it better. Because, you know, I have the option to do that when it's digital. I don't remember which line was which for this. Uh, what line am I taking? Top one. Oh, get rid of this while I'm at it. Try to take like a straight line out of there and I just fuck it up. Actually, probably the hardest thing I found was on some of my I don't think they're on my channel points. I think they're on my channel point redeem icon was trying to figure out how to put shadows on a star properly. That was fun. That somewhat looks better. It ain't perfect, but the fuck, this line could do better, and then it would probably be about there. I'm kind of going for more like this sort of shape at the moment. Be fine. The alternative is drawing exactly the same other star that I had, which wasn't quite right. Let's turn that off for a sec. The star that she had was a good size, so the star that I'm making is a little bit big. I can still pull it off into a different layer and reshape it smaller, but there and there's mostly okay. I know you guys might be looking at this and being like, I don't even know what the fuck she's like bitching about with this, but I see stuff and it bothers me. Oh my god, there we go. Not quite what I want. Finally, it's somewhat okay. Almost. It's too far out. Better. I wasn't going to add Linkin Park in tonight, but I did, and I'm happy I did. Thank you. It's Oh yeah, and that is a roundabout way to say that I'm original too, in a sense too. Um, yeah, no, the music that I'm playing is a combination of all my skits mix, which I've taken down to just the skits mix, mega mixes. I've got Linkin Park, Kim Wilde, some older music, some hits from 2004, um, some show stuff. Um, I've got some stuff related to anime, all the things, you know. Oh, yeah, I like that. Fucking finally. That took ages. Fucking save it before I fucking destroy it. Alright. I'll figure out a center star later. It's fine. Not this. Me new layer. Not a new layer group. Um, yeah, see, this is why you guys gotta be live to hear it. It's worth being here. Thank you. That's really sweet. Yeah, I don't expect to ever hear people say stuff like that, so it always kind of like takes me by surprise. I don't know. Yeah, I'll drink some water. I'm actually lucky I finished that fucking lemon drink before the stream, otherwise I'd be chugging that every time you guys said something. I want this on, yeah, that line. Anchor it down. Nice. So that's on that. Necklace. Necklace and earrings can probably go up on its own layer. I want, what is this line? Oh no, that's hair. All right. Let's steal this off this layer. Go away, notification. I can't see. Yeah, there. Anchor it. Now the jewelry is on one layer. Let's actually rename that. That ain't jewelry. Holy shit. That'll do it. Okay, so we've got like extra hair lines and stuff I can work with later. I sort of wouldn't mind anchoring some of them, but I don't want them in the way of that. I get some eyelashes and I'll get some lines on this eye. And then we can go from there. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, cool. Get those out of the way and I'll turn off the jewelry. That line. Hold up. All the little mustaches. Croissant earring. Actually, it's not far off it. It's I used to have back when I could wear silver. I had a little silver like scroll kind of earring that used to like it used to hook in, and it was super super fucking heavy because I think it was like relatively pure fucking silver. And I never had any problems with it. And later in life, when I started wearing what do you call it, like different silver jewelry, I started getting like my skin would go black and green from wearing it, and much later my skin would blister off from it. So I stopped wearing silver. So I wear white gold now instead. But white gold is expensive to get like